Where are you, buddy? Oh, yeah, come here. Right here. Come on.
Up, and we're back on.
Oh. Wait, can people hear me?
They should be able to, yes.
Hey, guys, sorry we had some technical difficulties. We had a blue screen of death here. So that was fun. This is Buko. I know there's not very many people on this. We got 4 people back.
Yeah, and I apologize to the 10% of viewers that use the closed captioning because of the blue screen of death. We just couldn't get it back up. But we do have video and audio, so.
Yeah. So I finished my pack, but I can keep answering questions, and Buko's here too.
Yep. Okay. When did you start designing Nerf blasters?
I guess just like 4 years ago. Was it 4 years ago? Maybe 4.5. I mean, it's pretty close to the start of me getting into the hobby, which was about 6 years ago. Posted my first video on the YouTube channel, I think, a little over 5 years ago.
Oh, everybody's saying, "Doggo, so cute."
Here's a trick. Hey, Buko, you want to show a trick? Hey, Buko, lick this invisible ice cream cone. Good trick, right? Oh, he's a good dog. He got attacked at the dog park almost a week ago now. Felt so bad. And he had a limp for quite a while. I guess he's okay because he's not limping on it too much. So, but
thank you, Benjamin Thomas. Yes, I should have titled it Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. What is your favorite unmodded Nerf gun?
Unmodded, Percy's, if we're talking rival. But if we're talking non-Nerf brand, the Nexus Pro is pretty spectacular. The Dart Zone Pro Mark II, also spectacular. What else? That's 3. Those are probably 3 favorites. You're kind of smelly.
What mods does your dog have installed?
You know, it's funny. We talked about getting him like a little loadout pack so he could carry magazines for you. But he hates wearing stuff. Like we tried to do costumes at Halloween and whatnot, and he never wants to do it. He also doesn't really like the sound of Nerf blasters being fired, despite never having a blaster fired at him. He just doesn't like the sound. He's kind of a little more skittish. But yeah, I think we should make him a little tactical loadout pack, where the mags kind of stick up on his back, on his side, so you could just grab him conveniently. It wouldn't work at all. He's not too scared of all the noises and stuff. He wouldn't follow me around probably.
Okay.
I know we kind of lost everybody there.
Yeah,
so the quantity of viewers and questions is probably pretty low at the moment.
Yeah.
But thanks for coming back and hanging around. Sorry for that. We're constantly working on this stream thing. It's new for me, and one of the problems is we have to set it up every single week because I'm currently borrowing Perry's gear. So we're gonna buy the second camera, get a computer dedicated for this, get everything just set up so it never moves, never changes, and that way we can do this more frequently, a lot easier, and then it'll give me a chance to like react to things really quickly as they come out and do more videos like that.
Yeah.
Ugh. So have to look at the camera, Buko.
Is the Dart Zone Storm Shot a good secondary?
Storm Shot?
That's what they say.
Oh, you're killing me, dog. You're too hot. Also, you're full of hair. I don't know why I let you come here. I'm like covered in hair now. He's not a designer dog. He's very cute, but he does shed. Dart Zone. I have to like look this Storm Squad?
Storm Shot, they say, but
Storm Squad Quick Shot? I think that's what they mean, right?
Maybe.
I have not seen that in person yet. I assume that's Storm Squad. It's like the $5 thing. You know, I haven't played with it. I'm sure it's fine because everything Dartzone makes is pretty solid, especially considering the pricing. It's like hard to beat. Yeah, and for reference, the Spectrum right now is on sale for $20, or maybe that's the new price. I don't know. It's at Walmart for 20 bucks. I thought it was 25 before. So,
is the Juno still up in the air?
Looking at Juno right over there, actually, in the bin. I think for us, we really felt like Juno was kind of cannibalized by having a Percy's because the Percy's was so good and had a hopper built in. So the Juno had a lot of components and a ton of plastic because it's rather large. So it just didn't seem to make as much sense. You know, I think if you're going to go that far, you might as well go all the way to Proton Pack. But now with Hyper coming out, I'm definitely going to consider some sort of air tube fed fun blaster with Hyper because the capacity would be so much higher, probably with a hopper too. I mean, my original Hurricane concept with a hopper on top really worked well, even without an agitator. So I think there's some room there to play around with like the cool tubes and the sort of sci-fi styling, but then still have a hopper. So I'm gonna be looking into that a little bit, especially with Hyper, assuming the ammo's good. Again, it all comes, like I said before, it all comes down to the ammo.
Someone mentions that you should either mount a Terra Scout or a Proton Pack to the dog.
Could you imagine? It's on the back of the dog. It just revs up and makes all this noise. He would hate that so much. I won't put that on the dog, but I have been for ages working on a little rover. I bought a little robotics platform that's maybe like that long. It's got a nice square back and room for the Proton Pack and everything. So that's one of my projects. I think I'll get that done this year and have a video on it because it would be really fun. I want like full FPV and I want to be able to rotate 360 and fire, you know, and have a 400 or 500 round capacity on the Proton Pack. So definitely going to keep doing that or working on that. There's so many projects going on here. It's hard I get distracted. New blaster comes out and then I want to work on that. And it's sort of hard to focus at times.
Favorite stock Flywheel dart blaster, ?
Ooh, stock Flywheel dart blaster. Dart, okay, well, dart, let's see. Is there anything else to even consider besides the Rapid Strike is still probably, I'd say the Rapid Strike for dart blasters is still probably way up there. It was the most fun in stock form. As far as like performance, I mean, you definitely get more out of the Adventure Force Spectrum, but I don't like the grip as much. I don't like the styling as much. Like the Strife is probably, to me, is still a better blaster overall. Though again, it performs better. It's easy to open up. It's easy to mod. I'm definitely going to do a mod guide on it. I'm still working on the cage. While working on the Proton Pack, I banned myself from doing any other designs until it was done, because I just finally said enough is enough. We need to get this out. We need to not wait another 4 years. I mean, it's just silly how long the thing took me to do. So I eventually did say, you know, I just got to get it done. Guess I can just keep chatting and build another one.
Yep.
Why not? Keep the questions coming though. If you I don't know how many people are in now with with the lost feed, but
yeah, we've gotten more than half of our concurrent numbers. Then
hey, that's cool. I'm happy that anybody's here. I mean, just it's nice to hang out and answer questions. This is kind of a fun way to actually engage a little bit more. I was trying to figure out, it'd be fun to do like a video chat contest thing or something where people can, I don't know, like participate in it. I don't know. I gotta think of these things a little bit more. But
yeah,
hit me up with more questions though. Here, I'm happy to. I'll keep answering anything you got. Otherwise, I'll go back to building here.
Mm-hmm. Any more Spectrum parts coming? Switch plate, cage, etc.
I'm definitely going to do all of the above. I started on the switch plate and the cage is basically done. I just wanted to test and get real numbers and then figure out what crushes to offer. I'm a little tired of the number of crush options. We have like 8 crush options for the Daybreak and 6 for the OFP. It's just like, it's too much. So I'm gonna pick a few specific ones. I'm gonna start we'll have OOD cages. It's been long enough now that I just need to have my own, because whenever there's a production issue or some little tweak I need to make, it's a lot of work to edit the original file that the creator made, or go back to, Phil over at OFP and ask him to make the changes. So at some point, it just makes sense for us to be doing our own stuff. But the Proton Pack, like the final push to get that finished, was just a massive amount of time, and I wanted to focus on that and get that done first. So I'm looking forward to finishing up some of those smaller projects, like the Spectrum parts, and switch plate, a nose reduction, nose job, and a cage are the only obvious ones that I'm going to do, and then rev trigger and the mag release replacements, because I don't really like the style on them currently. But yeah, we'll do those. Those will probably be the next mods that I get up personally that I design, and then Tarek has like 5 or 6 products that we're in the middle of that I'm probably driving him crazy, and I'm sorry, Tarek, but I just really wanted this Proton Pack done. That's all there is to it. We bought like close to $15,000 worth of parts to get those, to start making those and selling those. So that sat on my shelf, on the shelves here, and moved with us, and we had it for like a year. And that's a lot of money to tie up for a year for a product we're not even selling. So I really wanted to get it done, both to just finally be done with it and have it off my plate and be able to share it with everybody, and then also financially just to, get those parts sold.
Any plans on any plans on the Nerf turbine? I'm assuming that's one of the Elite 2.0 ones. It's a pain to open, but it's really cool looking and ergonomic.
It's a cool blaster. I mean, I got it right here. It's the best of them all. It's the replacement of the Rapid Strike, if anybody's not familiar. I'm sure you all are, but I just don't, the grip's not as comfortable. The styling's all right. I'm looking at it over here. The grip's not as comfortable. It's hard to get open. You have to break tabs to get into it. And I don't think I'm gonna, honestly, I just don't want to support Nerf. I don't even want to support the sales of more of those blasters, because it's just, Hasbro is not, they're doing this intentionally, and we should vote intentionally with our dollars. That's the only way. And our words.
Yeah.
I mean, in my case, like me saying don't mod it, and I don't support it, like I'm supporting them not making garbage like that again for us. As much as I can.
How well do you think a 5-gallon bucket would work with the Proton Pack?
Real well. I have a 6.5-gallon clear jug I got. It's actually like a brewing fermenter, so it's got a large lid, so you can get inside and clean it after brewing. But I've done just like a standard $5 5-gallon bucket from Home Depot, and that works great. You just cut a hole. We have a plate that you can glue right on. I've been lagging a little bit on the Proton Pack launch video, and we've been doing that intentionally. We wanted to stagger the launch, kind of meet the demand, and then do the push on actually making our video to sell and push more of them out there. Like we can only produce so many a day and so many a week and build so many. So like I didn't want to sell 1,000 in one day. I wanted to sell 1,000 over maybe the first year or something like that, or more. But we'll see. I've got the parts to make 1,000, so we're pretty confident we'll do that anyway. But yeah, I'm really excited to just show some of the different wacky containers. And I think we're gonna have to do some sort of contest, because some people have come up with some pretty funny container ideas. Like one guy has one it's literally like a backpack sprayer, so he looks like an exterminator. I thought that was clever. So we'll keep playing with that.
What are your opinions on belt-fed blasters?
Belt-fed blasters are cool, and I've been following the stuff Meeker is doing with his. He has like a sewn. He sews these strips of nylon webbing that hold the darts in, and that looks really promising. But I think belt blasters in general are really interesting. They're not as war practical, but it is really cool to see people actually use them. I mean, I know. Lance, a buddy at our local group, Pacific Northwest Nerf Club up here in the Northwest in Washington, Oregon State. He frequently runs a oh my gosh, my brain. People are laughing in the comments because I can't remember the most common built fed blaster. It's actually the only one from my childhood. My brain is just gone today. Had kind of a rough night of sleep. What is going on with my brain? Someone please just fix it for me. Stampede. No, that's not it. That's a magazine-fed blaster. Why can't I remember the name of the most basic? It's the first Nerf belt-fed blaster. Someone's going to comment for me. Just fix my brain for me, please. Anyway, Lance runs that blaster with a lot of the actual shells or chain into a bucket, and has like a supporting person come with him and help him. It's kind of fun.
The Vulcan?
Vulcan, thank you. It's literally the only one from my childhood, and I'm like forgetting it. That's terrible.
Someone is asking if we could see, or are we going to do a blaster combos vid with a Proton Pack, maybe featuring Coop?
Oh my gosh, so Coop's definitely getting a Proton Pack. We've already been talking. And he wants to do the 430 dart challenge along with a review, I believe. But if he's interested in doing any other combos stuff, like Coop gets a lot of flack for like the kind of childish jokes and stuff, but he's got the niche there, and he does the most thorough reviews of anybody in the hobby, bar none. There's nobody else doing reviews that are as consistent in format, in quality, and in content than his. And I watch them for that reason, because he has a very good handle on the format, and it's always the same. And it's something like, I would like my reviews to feel not as kind of cold and clean as his, but I would like them to feel a little more organized like his are, where I tend to just ramble. But yeah, I would love to send him stuff. And I cannot wait for him to do the 430 dart challenge, because I'm gonna blow away his, I think he did like a 7 chaos was the current previous record. And the one Jupiter blaster will annihilate that. And it should be, until I do send him like a double-headed Jupiter or a triple-headed or something even crazier, it'll destroy that. Yeah. Hyper's gonna be interesting. This gets me back to like rate of fire. Hyper, I'm gonna be able to break that even further, because I'm pretty sure I can get the Proton Pack firing like 40 plus rounds a second for Hyper. Which should be pretty interesting, considering they cost like 17 cents a round.
Okay, we've got 7 minutes left. A couple of questions about Ultra, and surprisingly, they're not coming from Brett. When will the Ultra Pharaoh, 7 conversion kit come to the shop?
I think, I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it's in our warehouse. We just got a shipment this week, and I was not here the day it showed up, and I haven't got a chance to dig through all the listings. Receiving is frequently like a barrage of stuff coming in here, between restocks and new products and things. So we just had a worker restock. We just got the Phoenix blaster. We just got the Cheetah blaster, the spring-fed single shot. And I believe the Pharaoh kits are there too. And if they're not there, they'll be like later this month, because they're on the ocean anyway. So yeah, it's coming.
Yeah. Would you ever mod the amp to shoot half lengths?
That seems like way too much work for no reason. No offense. I'm not above doing work, but I feel like if I'm going to mod a blaster, I'm probably going to start with something I like more. The amp has, to me, a really uncomfortable grip. That's enough for me to just not want to do it. Because if it has an uncomfortable grip, I'll literally use it for one round, and then I'll toss it in my bucket and never use it again. Though, again, like that's my hand. Your hands might fit the amp. Maybe it's comfortable to you, but it's not comfortable to me. Here we go again. Proton Pack number 2.
Yeah. What do you think about a Vortex disc little rocket barrel?
Tried. There's not enough air volume to fire it more than about 5 feet, and we just felt like it's just not. We could maybe make a barrel that would hook on the end of like a Nexus, and we are working on a Nexus adapter for the little rocket barrels, so you can take the little rocket barrels and put them on a Nexus, and then take them off and still fire normal darts. So I think that could be pretty sweet for a variety of ammo types, obviously. And it makes rockets really useful as well, or really good, and that twist lock connector works just awesome. So, but yeah, there just wasn't enough air volume to fire them well. I know like Captain Xavier has ire, and ire has that set up, but the thing is, he's got a ton of air volume there to work with because it's an XBZ, which is much. Not only is it not a Springer, but it's an it's an air chamber. So he's got tons of power to work with, meaning you can just overpower and get it to fire farther than you would otherwise.
Oh, the person that was asking about the modding the amp asks if it's possible to make a more comfortable grip for the amp.
It's probably possible to make a more comfortable grip for the amp, but it would require quite a bit of modding. I mean, you'd have to actually. Where's the amp? It's down there. Brent, why'd you give this to me? Yeah, that's all one piece. So you'd have to cut the handle off. I mean, you definitely could do it, but I'm probably not going to be the one to do it because I just don't like the blaster that much yet. I mean, and I don't mean to rain on your parade. I like, my word is not law. If you like a blaster, you should like a blaster. Don't listen to what I say. I mean, it's just my opinion. I have so many projects that, for me to work on something right now, it's got to be kind of like a little more interesting, or something a little newer. I mean, there's some things we'll do for the shop because we think like a lot of people are going to want them and they'd be really helpful. But most things that I build are things that I personally want to begin with. Yeah.
In the Proton Pack launch video, are you going to dress up like a Ghostbuster?
Probably a future video. For the launch video, I don't think I will, but I have been in talks with a couple different pack makers, people that make the actual like screen, like 95-99% screen accurate Proton Packs, and it's kind of a dream to put one inside one and then make the wand and everything, and then use glow ammo and a charging unit to use a UV light that charges up the ammo so that you can fire glowing green ammo. I think it'd be sweet. It's definitely on the list, but I got to do the regular video first, just kind of showing the development process, the trials and tribulations, and all the different blasters it works with. And it's gonna be a fun video. We haven't started filming yet because I just wanted to get it out first and let people play with it and have fun. So honestly, a lot of people are gonna beat me to that kind of content potentially, but that's all right.
Okay.
Hey, there's a squeaky one again. Ooh,
okay, we've got less than 2 minutes left, so let's try and go a little bit rapid fire, I suppose.
All right, rapid fire me.
When Hyper comes out, will you make a little rocket barrel for it?
Absolutely, 100%. Probably like day one. Honestly, the second I have the ammo, Tarek will be testing and we'll have it out within days.
When Hyper comes, what do you think is the best Nerf gun? Period, end of statement.
Period? Best Nerf gun ever. Right now, it's still the Percy. Someone asked that earlier, if you're talking rival. If you want a dart blaster and you want actual Nerf, it's still the Strife. The Strife's awesome.
Any chance of Luke / Out of Darts coming to an international foam con? Of like Foam Fest UK,
yeah,
EU Foam
if we actually
cons?
can go and we have games again, I would love to. Obviously, it's virtual this year. But yeah, I really wanted to go last year, 2 years ago rather. Scheduling didn't really work out, and just the number of trips. I traveled 5 times for that year, for 2019, 5 different games, and had 5 scheduled for last year and didn't go to any, obviously. Hoping that we get at least 1 or 2 this year. We'll see what happens. But I know Rag's been canceled, but I'm hoping End War might happen. I haven't heard anything on that yet, though, so we'll see. I'm hopeful that they can figure out something, but I think it's probably up to, where's it, Ohio? No, Penn State, yeah. Anyway, I hope that, but I would love to travel internationally for a game, and it looked like you guys had a blast, so I hope I can make it out. Air travel could be getting crazy expensive as these airlines are suffering. We'll see what happens there. But it'll just be a matter of like how many trips I can manage, next year, both financially and then, how much time I can get away with. Because every time I leave, it's my wife's got to watch both the girls at the same time, which can keep her pretty busy.
Let's do 2 last questions and then we're calling it because it is officially 5 o'clock on our time.
In case anybody's wondering, we're gonna call it at 5 here. We're just trying this different time. We're gonna keep trying different time slots, and I did want to have dinner with my family tonight before my girls go to bed. So.
Let's see what happened to the Juno. We already discussed that. Wait till the VOD is ready later today, and you can find that. Best 3D printed Nerf blaster.
Best 3D printed Nerf blaster. This kind of came up earlier, but I think the Talon Claw is just super solid on the Springer side. On the Flywheel side, I'm really liking the Hummingbird. I think is still one of my favorites. Just very clean and fun. And other than that, like, if I had to just pick one, I'm also really excited about the Lynx, but I haven't played with one. I know they are rock solid, and the grip feels better than the Caliburn. So, probably a tie between those 3 blasters. I know that's really all over the place, but there's so many options. It's like every week there's another blaster, and it's amazing. I love it.
Okay, and final question. Any advice for HVZ? Of course, post illness.
So HVZ. I've learned a few things, and I've only played maybe 10 or 11 days of HVZ total. Like and I played lots of little games where we've played, with family and friends or cousins, that sort of thing. But as far as like larger scale actual events, probably only like 12 days worth of gameplay. So I'm pretty novice, and I get a little better each time I play. The biggest thing is show up with a group of people or find people that you think you can trust, stick with them, and get each other's backs. Because the hardest thing with HVZ is it's like you just can't, unless you're Brett and you're the last man standing on a solo mission by himself all day. That's not normal. Brett, for those of you that haven't heard this story, he at the last End War, which was 2019 now. He was the last man standing with I think it was a Maverick. Maybe it was a strong arm, but it definitely wasn't anything better than a strong arm. And I was out in round 4 with my Proton Pack. So it really comes down to be careful, be cautious, watch your back, make sure you stay with a group that watches your back, and stay in big groups. Don't obsess too much over the gear, but come ready to play, come with comfortable clothing, drink plenty of water. It sounds silly, but some of these games are exhausting. I walked almost 20 miles at one of the End Wars in a single day. Now I was trying to move around a lot because I'm kind of crazy at times. I'm a little less crazy now. So since pandemic, we haven't been exercising as much. It's kind of a bummer. But stay hydrated, bring snacks, bring friends, and have a blast. And realize that most importantly, the game is not over when you turn into a zombie. You can have so much fun screwing around with the human players when you're zombie. One of these times I'm probably just going to play zombie, but I do like getting to play with my toys, at least for a little while, even if it's a little suicide mission or something. But yeah, that's probably my advice for HVZ, and it's pretty universal to no matter the game size or game type. And then be nice to your moderators. If something happens that you don't like, it is just a game, and you can still go have fun as a zombie. Your game is not over. I've had just as much fun or more fun playing Zed than I have a human. So you got to, and then be a good sport too. On top of being nice to your moderators, make sure you actually go play the zombie and make those humans work for it. Don't phone it in. I see so often people are just lazy and don't want to run around, but you got to make it hard for them. I just harass people for forever. I don't know if probably not watching, but there are a couple people out where I just harried the same 2 people for forever because I knew that I could keep running longer than they would, and they would eventually just give up, and we got both of them. It was awesome. Maybe a little harassment,
yeah.
But With that, thank you very much for tuning in. We are going to keep doing a monthly stream. We'll work on the technical issues and we'll work on making that better. We're going to get a different camera for up ahead and get this set up a little more permanent. And then we'll take advice. If you have ideas for what you'd like for future stream content, whether you'd like to just see me mod through stuff and chit chat, that's cool too, or I could do something different. Maybe I explore new blasters that I haven't modded before live on streaming. But let me know what you think and what you want to see, and we will add that to our streaming list for future content. Thanks again. Do hit that like button and subscribe on your way out. You're here, you're subscribed, but hit that like button on your way out. And as always, thanks for watching.